Is it a possibility, or would you consider that it may be the truth that your life is mostly filled with potential that you're mostly ignoring? So let's talk about your potential today. I want to talk with you about your potential and how it relates to how you take on responsibility. So I'll say it again because I think it's worth repeating, that your life is mostly filled with potential that you're mostly ignoring. And I can tell you from my experience, our most successful job searching clients that find their perfect job the quickest are the ones that take 100% personal responsibility for everything that happens in their career search. And they never blame outside circumstances for failures or disappointments. So the first thing to understand is that to be successful in life, whether it's a much better job or a happier home, it's always best to take on full responsibility because the buck should stop with you. So that also includes the premise that you can't keep blaming others for how your life is. And if you want to win, you have to be willing to be judged by others and not to let it get to you. So when you're ready to have upcoming interviews, understand that you have a very short time in which to use the best persuasion techniques in order to get a job offer for something that you really want. And you're going to be judged. So if you don't get the job, understand that that has no reflection upon your value or your abilities. In other words, it has nothing to do with you at all. And I think that we can take some wisdom from this, from the case of like millennials, where I understand that, or I should say the ones that I've talked with, they understand that they're the CEO of their own careers and that there's really no such thing as company loyalty. Now, I know that some millennials take this a little too far and wonder why they're not CEO after 5 years, but most of them are just able to understand that if they're going to make a big move up, they've got to do it themselves and they can't be passive about it. So let me give you another little piece of advice. The person who accepts how unpredictable and uncertain life is has no choice but to embrace it. Sounds like something out of a fortune cookie, actually. They are not afraid of the uncertain. People aren't afraid of the uncertain if they are winners in life. It's just part of life. They don't seek out certainty because they know that it doesn't really exist. And there are also, I would say they're the kind of people who are aware and open to the real magic and miracles of life and what can be accomplished. And the way that this advice shows up in job search is a reminder not to put all of your eggs in one basket. Not to have just a target list of companies that's only 10 or 15 very large companies that everybody wants to apply for and you have a lot of competition. Just remember that it's never a sure thing until the day that you start your new job. And I'm not saying that to discourage you from looking for something better. It's actually the opposite. I would encourage you to look for something with a company that can fully understand your gifts and what you can bring to a position that will truly make a bigger impact for that company and for the people's lives that you affect. But just remember that success is never certain. It never comes without risk. Even if you're the smartest or the hardest working, there's no guarantee of anything. And the people who do great things in their lives know this. They also embrace it. I guess what I'm trying to tell you is that it's okay to take a chance because you're either leading the way or you're being led the way. So which is it for you? One last thing that I want to talk about as far as success goes. Accomplishment is not found in what you do, but rather who you have to be to do it. I want you to marinate on that for a little while. So who are you really? And who do you want to become? You might ask yourself, where am I headed with all this? Like, what's your end goal? What's your end state? I'd love to hear that answer in the comments below. And if you're watching this on YouTube and you found this helpful, I would truly appreciate if you hit that like button and also that you subscribed to this channel to get a lot more good content, including my live streams. And I would be remiss if I didn't let you know that I just finished coming up with my 10-point video interviewing checklist. It definitely looks like interviewing on video is here to stay. So if you plan on being in a job search in 21 or 2022, I would definitely pick up the 10-point checklist because it puts you head and shoulders above your competition. That's specifically during a virtual hiring process or video interviews. So I hope this has served you today. I'm Tammy Kabell with Career Resume Consulting, And thanks for watching.